Hello there, Alex here again. I was thinking that in life there is paying the dues for everything. And, I was with a friend of mine and we were chatting about things, and it kind of reminded me of a story about me. See, the easiest thing for me to remember is the stories that happened to me. I had, I was very much into sports, and I was a gymnast, and I was a runner, and I wrestled, and I did a whole bunch of different things. And it was great, I was in good shape, and then I got married, and I got a little sloppy over time. I didn't continue to do some of the things I should have been doing, because I thought, well, I'm young, I'm going to live forever, I'm in good shape, what can happen? Well, you realize that as time goes by, the body deteriorates, and you don't think about it. You need to continue working out and taking care of yourself. Also, things kind of tighten up and lock up. So I was starting to have some major problems a few years ago with my knees. It was actually kind of crunchy, and when they did the scan on it, the doctor says, you basically have no more cartilage between your knee, in your knee. So you're bone on bone. When you bend your leg, that crunch you hear is the little pieces of bone that chipped off and they're kind of rubbing together. And I thought, whoa, that sounds pretty bad. It was hard for me to walk upstairs. It was, I used to play a lot of racquetball and squash, and I had to stop doing it because it was very painful. And so I decided that I'm going to do something about it. So I went in for surgery, and I decided to get one of my legs fixed. And I never realized how much paying the price, is going to be so valuable to make sure that I stick with the program. And they told me, they said, when you do this, you're going to have to go through a lot of pain, a lot of discomfort, but if you do it correctly, it's going to work for you. So what happened is I went through the surgery, and it was very painful after. I mean, the very next day, they made me want to walk. They made me go out into the hallway, and I had to walk on this leg. I thought, this is crazy. I just had an operation. This is major trauma to my leg. But over time, I went to therapy. I did extra therapy at home. I worked on my leg. I stretched and everything. And what's really amazing about it is, you talk about paying the price. Well, if you do it correctly, everything works out really well. I'm happy to say that on my leg, because I did all the exercises, even though it was very painful, a lot of discomfort at the time, I did not want to do it, but I can straighten my leg now, 98% straightness. I know people that had surgery on their legs, they didn't do the exercises, they gave up on it. They can't straighten their leg. I also am able to bend it 145 degrees, which is not exactly what I used to be able to do. However, it still gave me the mobility. See, there's a price we have to pay. You pay me now, you pay me later. There used to be a commercial many years on TV about the Fram, it was the Fram filter, the oil filter. If you don't change your oil and you don't put the filter in, you pay me now, you pay me later. It showed a mechanic saying, hey, you can either put the filter in for $12 or you can pay me $1,000 fixing your engine later. Kind of same thing with the leg, okay? I'm able to play, hour, 2 hours, sometimes even longer racquetball almost every day because I took care of my knee. What's miraculous about it is that because the right knee went through the trauma, I think it spoke to the left knee and said, hey, you don't want to go through that trauma. So the left knee immediately got better. I don't have any more pain in that one. I know it's more of a joke than reality, I think, but I feel fantastic. You pay the price. You pay me now, you pay me later. You have to go through the pain to get to the end result. When you're operating a business, when you do anything in life, hey, in a relationship, there is a little bit of adjustment and pain in the beginning, okay? And if you go through that and you experience everything, what happens? You get a better relationship. You build your business, you go through the pain of building and learning and all of that in the beginning, guess what? You're going to have a very successful business. So, as a matter of fact, pay me now, pay me later, A great man that I've known for years, Robert Kiyosaki, said to me one time, he says, there is the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. And he said the reason you want to trade the pain of discipline, for the pain of regret, because the pain of discipline weighs ounces and the pain of regret weighs tons. In other words, I should have, I would have, I could have, but I didn't. Let's see which one you want to pay. I'd rather go with the pain of discipline because it's much smaller. Take care.